Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with another one, and we're not gonna mess around with the music and stuff today. We're gonna get straight to business here. Um, so after seeing, how like doom scrolling through YouTube and just watching, random people gamble and just seeing how like gambling has been just so shoved down the YouTube bullshit. I would really want to make a video on gambling, the reality of gambling, that if you don't stop, it will eventually cook you. like, and why I want to make this video is I feel like enough people don't actually really talk about the reality of gambling and playing a shitload. Now, I like gambling, I like women just as much as the next guy, you know, and I like partying. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy all three. I think everybody does for the most part. If you could choose to do those three things instead of working, I think all of us would choose those three things. In a heartbeat. I think that's what everybody's kind of banking on. But I had to break down the sad truth. And what makes you want to make this video is seeing a lot of poker players like Corey, Abby, all those that, this chick, she quit $100,000 a year job to professionally play poker. And that is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. Because I promise you, even playing poker, you may win 10, 20, 30 grand. But you will lose 10, 20, 30 grand eventually and more. It's just the reality of it. You're not going to make, and the sad thing is people actually believe that they can quit their $100,000 a year job that's probably easy to begin with and play poker. Do not fucking do that. If it worked successfully and you had like an 80% chance even, trust me, every single fucking person on this planet would do it. And everyone is still sadly working. It is impossible. I hate to be the Debbie Downer. You should just play poker and stuff for fun. It is just for fun. It is not a thing you should think is going to change your life. It's just not, ladies and gentlemen. Your chances are like 0.00001%. And it has always been looked at as a way to lose money, not a way to make money, a way to lose money. Investing is a way to make money. Gambling is usually a way to lose money. So yes, you will win sometimes. I'm not saying you lose every time. But eventually, if you don't stop, it will cook you. Even myself, I do dollar spins. I play for fun. I don't care if I lose a couple thousand or not. I have it to lose. It's whatever. That is what I've always done. I keep bank cards away from myself. I just use the money I bring and I see what happens. If you're gambling, that's what you should do. You should be prepared that you're going to lose it. It is not going to be a way to get filthy fucking rich. And people are starting to believe this now. And that's what I don't like about YouTube at all. It promotes this fake reality that everyone's a millionaire, everyone's a billionaire, and that, they just gamble a shitload and it just works out most of the time. And things just kind of work out if you just get fucked up and just kind of like hope for the best. That's not the case. Of course, everyone wants to get fucked up and gamble. That is going to be what ends up destroying you. Don't do it. And if you think about it, blackjack, you may win 3 hands. Let's say you're betting 50K hands. You win 150 bands. But then you lose 6 after that. Most times 50-50 odds. So you win a hand, lose a hand. Win a hand, lose a hand. Win 2 hands, lose 2 hands. And it usually happens like that. Eventually, they cook you. The house has an edge on everything. And yes, some people do win on slots here and there. Yes, there are some big winners, but your odds are stacked massively against you. You should only do it for fun. You should only do low stakes, but if you're betting like life-changing money to make life-changing money, you will most likely get cooked. And that is just the real reality of it, Do not quit a $100,000 a year job to become a professional gambler or a professional YouTuber until it actually works. Even a YouTuber, your chances, you have to get 500,000 subscribers or 1 million subscribers to actually make real life-changing money. You have to win $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 gambling to make real money to really live. You will not do that gambling. It is strictly most of the time a way to lose money. And most of these YouTubers, that is where it ends up. Look at Aiden, he's lost a ton of money. Look at all of them. All of them have lost money. That is just the reality of it. Most of them lose money. A few people do make money. Eventually, they get cooked, and that's just the reality of it. And, I know someone that they work at a gas station. They lost $30,000 gambling And now they're making $12 an hour at a gas station trying to make that kind of money back. Do you want to be that person, that doesn't have any control? And now the guy hates gambling. I've met him. He fucking hates it. And he's now having to work 300 days, 12-hour days to make that 30K back. That is a lot of work, my friends. Now, to lose a couple $1,000s and go work and earn it back, hey, that happens. Fuck it. I've done that many times. But you do not want to be losing tens and twenties of thousands of dollars. You don't want to lose hundreds of thousands of dollars gambling, because that's what will eventually happen if you play high extreme stakes. That's just the reality that I see it everywhere. And it's just like, I don't know if people are just shielded from like seeing where gambling eventually leads if you don't have like any control or any understanding, especially if you're just like oblivious to it, like half of these PokerStars fans, like they actually think those PokerStars are good players and they're like some of the worst. They always get their ass kicked. And their fans are like, oh, wow, I can quit my job just like you. And it's like, dude, they're getting destroyed. Do you not see them getting wrecked? Gambling is just a fun thing for entertainment. Dude, if you think gambling's a life-changing thing and you're really serious about it, you're a clown. I'm sorry. I wish you the best of luck, but you're a clown. Your logic is flawed, my friend. Gambling's fun, and it can be a fun, enjoyable hobby, but you have to give yourself a set budget of what you really want to lose. And expect to lose it. Don't expect to win anything, because gambling doesn't owe you shit. If 99% of people fail at gambling, what makes you think you're that special 1% that deserves to win millions of dollars of gambling? It never fucking happens, bro. It never happens. To be a millionaire from gambling, bro, is just straight delusional. And it's the same thing, to be in a relationship, then you're going to make millions of dollars out of a relationship or some crazy shit like that. Like, you're going to get cooked, And that's just the honest truth, man. I feel like I had to make a video about it because not many people do. Not many people, like, tell other people's stories and, like, say where gambling will lead you if you bet crazy amounts and just act, like, recklessly. You can't be reckless in life or you will eventually get wrecked. I don't know any other way to tell it to people. Life is kind of a boring process, especially if you want to get rich. It's a boring process of constantly grinding until you slowly get to your destination. It is not about doing crazy extreme things. You can do some extreme things, but not in the gambling world. You can do extreme things like flip houses and cars and stuff like that, but you cannot do that in gambling. You can't be playing $100,000, $200,000 hands and betting your life. You will get destroyed, especially if you don't quit. Eventually, the house will kick your ass. And that's just the reality. That's just the truth. I know a lot of you already know this. Some of you don't. And those are the people I'm making this video for. It's for those of you that don't. Maybe you haven't gambled much. And it's the same with ripping packs. You will get destroyed opening Pokemon packs. You will lose almost every time. Pokemon's worse than slots, worse than gambling, worse than any form of gambling. Dude, the odds are terrible. You will get cooked. You actually have a better chance of playing slots than you do opening Pokemon packs. That's just a sad reality. But neither one is a good way to get rich. You will get destroyed. It usually never works. It's foolishness. It's reckless behavior. And you will get destroyed with reckless behavior. That's just how it is. Reckless behavior usually costs you a lot of money. And that's coming from someone that has done all this. I've gambled. I've played fucking blackjack. I've played slots. I've played roulette. I've played it all. Trust me. You will not get rich from it. You may make a little bit of money here and there, but it's just for fun. Look at gambling as just for fun. It is not a way to get rich, folks. It is not some fast shortcut or everyone will be doing it. Everyone already is, but that doesn't mean it's working for them. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this one. We're out, cucks.